Does that mean that Xavion Jackson is going to get an opportunity? 6-man up. Channing Mesh set to kick this off.
Yeah, it looks like number 6, Matthew Lee, is back there on the other side, Doug.
Big hello to our fans and friends from Acel Athletics. We called their 8-man championship last weekend, that last Saturday night, following the Trojans game against West Monroe, and a lot of folks came down and have subscribed and following us and have been giving us shout-outs here. So big hello out to all of our friends there from the Lafayette area and John Paul the Great Academy. Channing puts a foot into it and puts this one deep. It's going to go down to the 5-yard line to the far side. Return man coming to the near side all the way across, but a big-time stop there as that Trojans special team defense has continued to impress.
Yeah, Tristan Layfield on the tackle there. And here we go, boys. 48 minutes of football, the rest of your life to remember it. Peyton Hobbs starting in place of Jeremiah Wright, it looks like.
Down on the front line is where you're going to see the biggest glaring missing issue there, as number 94, Jeremiah Jeffers Wright, is out on this one. Set to go here, number 18 at quarterback. That we told you was Devin Ellis. Ellis hands it off. First man through, fullbacking his way through. You like that? Turned it into an adverb. Fullbacking his way through is Marlon Owens. Expect a steady diet of runs up the middle as they try to go again. You see Elijah Nelson out there. You see, is that Christian Ray?
Yeah, Christian Ray just came in. Peyton Hobbs started, and Christian Ray just came in for Jalen Kirk. So it looks like they're going to the larger front.
They will go heavy. 2 receivers to the near side. It is one of the return men that we saw in Jackson. He is joined to the near side by Carlin Talbert. Quick pass is to the near side, and it is complete. Jaden Lewis comes up and makes the tackles, and you're going to get a 15-yard penalty. It looks like it's going to be assessed on Mingo for roughness down the field as he slung the receiver that he was tied up with, and that's going to be a personal foul penalty against Mingo, we do believe.
Yeah, number 40 from West Ouachita. He's a fiery player for sure. He's the one that got an altercation against Ruston. That's Caden Tolbert. Maybe it's offsetting, I hope.
Mingo trying to plead his case, but the personal foul is just going to be against the Trojans. And that was blocking from down the field is what that was. And another first down for this West Ouachita team.
Yeah, and with that play, Jaden Lewis actually made a very good tackle on the play.
First down at 10. Chiefs have it from the 49-yard line of the Trojans in plus territory. Toss is on the ground. Ball is there. Trojans are going to fall on
it. Peyton
Hobbs comes in and picks that one up. And great work by that Trojan defense there.
That's definitely what we needed. Peyton Hobbs coming up. Looks like the tailback was going a little closer to the West Ouachita's tailback was going closer to the quarterback, and he pitched a little too strong, went off his waist, and Peyton Hobbs won the race to the ball.
Just a minute 1 into this one. Trojans will start at the 47 plus territory for the Trojans on this one. This drive begins at 10:59. Going to try to add a little bit of something to our broadcast tonight. Who knows? We may. Chuck told me one time, don't fiddle in the middle of the season, Doug, but too late for that. J.T. Lindsay back there running back in a tight formation. Couple of receivers just off the line to the left. Feaster calls for the ball, and that toss goes to J.T. J.T. busting his way around and is going to pick up, they'll give him 7 on that, make it second down and 3.
Yeah, J.T. there on the little pitch to the left. Well, here we go.
Quickly go the Trojans. Toss now to the near side. JT's got it again. Does that little swipe move and only is going to pick up a yard. So a couple of plays, couple of runs by JT, and expect them to try to get him the ball again, get this first down. Again, you've got Towns. You got a double H-back set. Bachman told us that we would see that tonight, and we have right away. But a penalty flag there, and they're going to call motion, and Bachman visibly shaken because you go from third and 2 to 3rd and 7, and that makes for a much different story. You see that coaching staff, the Trojans, not really excited about that motion penalty.
Yeah, you definitely have to change your play call here probably.
3rd down and 7. It is back to the 44-yard line following that penalty, but JT gets it again. JT up the middle, busting around and gets the first down. Down to the 35-yard line is what they'll give him.
Yeah, 9-yard gain there. What a run that was off this right side.
Trojans have 11 yards, and JT has 20 already. How about that? Feaster, once again, Lindsey's got it off the left side. We're liable to be out of here early tonight, Coach, if they keep running the ball like this, both squads.
Hey, they read the keys to the game here.
Absolutely they did. Running and no running.
Yeah, we 7 yards, then 1 yard, then 9 yards, then 4 yards. So we'll take that average for sure.
You do have Jimmy Duncan and E.J. Scott to the near side. Snap is back to Feaster. Once again, that's JT coming to the near side. A little bit of they're going to call a horse collar on that as he was brought down from behind. So that's going to add a little bit to it. Fifth play of this Trojan drive ends in a penalty.
Yeah, 6-yard run off the right side. I mean, he had the edge. Probably would have taken it a lot farther. But number 40 pulled him down with the back of the jersey. They're calling it. They may be talking about it. It was a lot of jersey.
It was a lot of jersey.
Yeah, I don't know if they got inside the collar itself.
We saw this group a little bit earlier, and we're able to sit and visit and talk with those guys. And they're going to wave the flag off. Yeah, you saw that when he reaches for his back pocket. You knew that was coming. And I have to agree. I think that was the right call.
And it is first down for, he did get enough for the first down.
9:30 to go, first quarter of play. Trojans have had the ball about a minute and a half and have been productive. One lone receiver to the far side is Jimmy Duncan. EJ to the near side where we are, closest to the home bench. JT Lindsey has a lot of room. If they toss it up to the top, JT won't have but one man to beat. The toss is up to the top, but he cuts it back inside. Looks like you may see a hold right there. And it is holding against the Trojans in the backfield. And had to happen. They spotted that right away.
I was going to say, it makes you wonder who he held with the two guys who came through so fast. But I was definitely looking at JT. I wasn't looking at the line. But 2 flags, they must have both seen it.
If ever a case of holding on for dear life, there you have it. And they'll walk that out. So penalties for the Trojans. They had a defensive penalty for a personal foul. Now you get a holding there from the line of scrimmage. It'll be a 10-yard penalty, first down and 20. Trojans have not gone to the air yet. They do like to run a little play action. You could possibly see that here. Play action. You've got Jimmy in the slot and EJ down the far side as that Trojan offense lifts up. They look to the side. Tanner Townsend has settled in at the tight end, gives them a little bit bigger line. And Thibodeau there at the H-back. There's that quick snap over to EJ. EJ's got it, tries to make a man miss, but he's going to get slung out of bounds. Wasn't slung down, so there's not going to be a penalty there. But that was number 40, I think, that was returning the favor just a little bit.
Yeah, 5-yard little. That's just an extension of the run game there, but a 5-yard pitch and catch to EJ Scott on that one. Get 5 of the yards back, 5 of the 10 yards back from the penalty.
Trojans marching second down and 15. Penalties have got him here. Back to pass is Ty. Ty scrambling around. Got to throw this one away down the sideline and out of bounds, and does. It really got twisted around there, though, Nick, as he was having to square his body up. And
it looks like they were doing a stop and go, and EJ got, I'm not going to say he got held, but he got stopped, I can tell you that.
Before he was able to go,
right,
he was stopped.
Yeah, there was a lot of contact up top, and like I said, it might have been within the line of scrimmage that you can do that.
There you get a good look at the senior quarterback and the junior running back checking things out from that offensive sideline. 8:22 here in the first. Ty looks over, and once again that offense does it. 5 and 4 and 3 on the play clock. Got to get this one off. And Coach Bachman gets a timeout. Yeah. We're going to take it with him. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching Ash Trojan Football right here on 446 Sports.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
Back to live action we go. 3rd down and 15, 8:21 here to go in the first. 3rd and 15, the Trojans face had been rolling, but a couple of penalties have pushed them back. Ty's got Jimmy and EJ to the near side, and Jacoby Morris looks like he jumps off, or he has a little false start there. And you see, you don't oftentimes see that, but you saw him reach up and put both hands on his helmet, and that's a pretty good indicator. 3rd down and 20 to go for the Trojans. They have to get the ball to just outside the 15-yard line as they scrimmage from the 35. Back to pass is Feaster. He's got Jim. Now they're going over the top to EJ. EJ's got it in the end zone. How about that? Touchdown, EJ Scott. Touchdown, Trojans. Let's see if we can see that one more time, courtesy of BU Designs. And you see just a beautiful pass from Feaster as he goes over the top of this one. And EJ right there on the money. 8th play of the drive for the Trojans as they get that one.
Yeah, great out and up by EJ, and Ty put it on, and the offensive line held well. Just great play call. And you would think you're trying to just get some of the yardage back, and they go over the top and for 6. And now we have, looks like Bodie for the extra point. And it's good.
We'll be back right after this. You're watching Ash Trojan Football on 446 Sports.
Time for our red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. It's hot out there, and we want to cool you down with some great savings on your new AC unit. Right now, you could save on a new energy-saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Plus a 10-year parts and labor warranty. Just need a repair? We got you covered too, with $50 off any repair backed by a 2-year parts and labor warranty. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to.
And we are back. We'll take a look at that scoring drive in just a moment for you. Beautiful play by the Trojans there on 3rd down and a long way to go. This kick is, again, one of those deep ones, and giving the folks on the tape something to look at. Slinging around, coming back. There's Layfield that misses one, but coming up and making a beautiful one is 18 for the Trojans, Coach, and you've been on him all year long.
Yeah, Ryland Hall, he's been a very good special teams player for us for sure.
Let's recap that scoring drive for you. For the Trojans, they take that one. There you go. You see the Trojans go 6 plays, 67 yards, 2 minutes and 44 seconds. That was a 35-yard touchdown pass from Ty Feaster to E.J. Scott. So that is your scoring drive, courtesy of Brett there pushing the buttons, and there you have it. And that's the plays that we've seen. E.J. and Ty have just such good communication.
Yeah, he throws that deep ball to E.J. really well.
Getting ready to go now is Ellis. He's back to pass himself. Throws this one off to the far side and in and out of the hands and nearly. Boy, if he doesn't have so much mustard on that one, that might have been intercepted off to that far side.
Yeah, Jalen Kirk on the outside of him and Marion Ford on the inside. Great coverage. Even if he catches the ball, he doesn't go far.
No, you look at that Trojan defense that has been solid here early on in this one.
And Doug, looks like Christian Ray's in where Hobbs was in to start.
Yep, we see him there. Toss comes to the near side, and the pressure just comes up. That may be our first look at Xavier White. It is.
Yeah, Xavier White there on the tackle with Carrick Gaines, but Jaden Lewis forcing him, having to contain outside, coming up, forcing him inside to the backer and the safety, and that's exactly how you're supposed to play defense.
Xavier just coming off and making a play. There you get a good look at Xavier and Christian and that group of defenders that are there that have just been so solid. Xavier, just a sophomore, too. Looking forward to big things out of that young man. Play action, little pump fake, spinning, turning, and that ball looked like it hit the ground.
That ball did hit the ground.
Yeah, it looked like it bounced up, and the far side official is coming over there. No, he's just marking the football, but he came around, and boy, did it look like it bounced off that turf.
Yeah, I'd like for them to talk about that a little bit, but of course, Coach Bachman's standing right there, and I don't know if he's talking to him or not, but.
Again, that was number 40, and we've seen him a lot tonight. He was involved in that play. That's Caden Talbert, the senior. He was involved in that penalty with Mingo a little bit earlier on that first drive. Two receivers to the near side, I formation.
The movement there.
Fullback gets it, and he barrels his way. He's trying to break into the open, and just a whiff of a tackle. Banging around, Trojans have to track it all the way down, and that's Amarion Ford coming a long way down. Jaden Lewis looks to be a little shaken up on that one. Don't forget, you can check out your scrolling scoreboard down at the bottom. That is our Saddlers Towing scrolling scoreboard.
You know, Doug, keys to the game for the defense was watching the fullback, and that was a big play.
Indeed, it was. That first man through just comes in there and barrels around. First time really deep in Trojan territory, but just the 41. 6:27 to go. Fullback gets it again, and this time that Trojan defense is not whiffing on a tackle. They're there to make it, and that'll bring up second down. Just a pickup of maybe a yard and a half, if you will.
Yeah, Mason and Aiden Walker on the tackle there, and I really do. I think that their fullback's leaving early. Maybe I'm wrong, but I would like for them to watch that closer.
And watch it, we will do as well. They get so tight on that formation.
I've got a wing tee here.
Well, that brings back memories, doesn't it, Coach?
Yes, it does.
Got a new quarterback in there. That's number 3. The first time that we've seen him, I believe. That's Luke Jones. Handoff goes to the far side, though, and that Trojan defense is there. Luke now comes off of the field. Actually, he just runs over. It looks like he's going to get the play from the coach. And we saw this a lot out of, last week, West Monroe. They would come over, and they would get the signal from there. But you see new quarterback in. Ellis only went a couple of series, and now Jones has come in perhaps to run the ball just a little bit more.
Yeah, and they brought Peyton Hobbs is back in now for Christian Ray.
Big stacked defensive line, 3rd down and 5 for the Trojans. Jones hands it off. Again, the fullback gets it, and again, the Trojans are there. That'll bring up 4th down and 2.
Yeah, Mason and Nelson both on that tackle there, just filling up. And actually, big Peyton Hobbs was there as well. So just a great play, make it very difficult. 4th and 2.
There you see the football as it sits for this 4th down. Big shout out to all the folks that are joining us for the first time. 4th down and a yard and a half. Trojans, Chiefs in a battle. Jones taking it to the near side. He's going to spin around, pick up the first down. Ford trying to maybe get the ball out of there as he was there, but Jones shaking up a little bit and not getting up, and that training crew goes out there. We again don't put the cameras on an injury. We'll try to get a shot of that scoreboard that we told you about here. Need one of those back in Alexandria, Pineville area. Somebody needs one of those big jumbotrons. And what a great addition to a field that it is. Brad, I tell you what, let's go ahead and take a timeout. We'll take it here. Trojans lead this one 7-0, 4:22 to go. Injury timeout on the field. We'll take it with them and be right back on 446 Sports.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever.
There we go. We are back here. Back to live action again. West Ouachita trying to march down there. beat the Rebels last week of Pineville 26-7, I believe, in that one, trying to get some other scores from down the line. I don't see anything from there. Tioga, you see that score on your scrolling scoreboard. They win 46-6 last week, courtesy of our Sadler's Towing scrolling scoreboard. It's a lot easier to say now than it was way back when this all started. Looks like our scoreboard has moved. I'm not sure why it's done that. We'll have to refresh and get that going again. We'll fix that in between breaks here. Timeout going to be on the field. We'll take this one with them as well and try to fix that scoreboard. We'll be back. You're watching Ash Trojan Football on 446 Sports.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Back to live action we go. Appreciate all of those folks that are getting on board. They're clicking on our website there at 446sports.com. Just go to the high school tab and you can find your favorite team there and watch tonight's contest. Click on it. It will take you directly to our YouTube site. First down and 10 following the injury, and that puts the starting quarterback in there. This time, just a beautiful play. Diving through there was 95 for the Trojans.
Elijah Nelson on the play. Held his gap, broke through, and caught him for a 2-yard loss. No, they let him. Ooh, it didn't look like the line of scrimmage, but they gave him the line of scrimmage on that play.
They gave it to him at best, I'll tell you that. Second down and 10 for the Chiefs as they hop up and look over to the near sideline. That is Devin Ellis, quarterback that is in there. Handoff once again goes to number 11, and what a runner he is. Coach, you talked about us in the pregame. It was all about the fullback, and that is Marlon Owens. Marlon Owens just solid in this one.
Yeah, 6-yard gain there, and I mean he's carrying Xavier White, which we know Xavier White's a big fella. He's carrying Xavier White on his back on that one.
And a big fella in his own right there. You get a good look at the fullback for the Chiefs. 3:03 remaining here, first quarter. Third down and 5. There goes Owens off to the right side. He's going to be stopped shy of the first down. Fourth down, they've been here before, and the Trojans were unable to get West Ouachita off the field. We certainly don't expect them to do anything but run the football here.
Yeah, very impressed with Jalen Kirk on that one. He came down from his outside linebacker position and made the first hit on him.
Ouachita out to an early lead. Just not far from us, they host the visiting Rebels of Pineville. Ouachita leads that one 14-0. To the near side, Christian Ray coming up and making a big-time play. And that one looks like it's going to be close, but appears like they are going to have the first down, and they do. The Chiefs move the chain, and that's just big-time running. How big is that big fullback?
Number 11, he is 5'9", 220.
Yeah, he is.
And Christian Ray played that well. You know, just he had the leverage. The running back had the leverage on him that time.
Look, as a fullback, 5'9", 220 is good. As a 53-year-old man, it's not. So I don't think I'm close to 5'9", but you get the point.
Got him that
Crashing in that time, and that's just, they are diving in on 11.
Yeah, Christian Ray, Xavier White, Mason, just all in there at one time. Just got to make sure we stay with the backside. The back end of our defense, stays patient. Make sure that they don't pop anything over the top here.
You absolutely have to watch that run-pass option and prevent that quarterback from coming out of there with it. We've not really seen Devin Ellis pull the ball tonight. It's been a steady diet of Owens out of the fullback position. And they'll do it once again. Owens off to the far side, rambling around and going to get inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. They'll mark him down at the the 4-yard line. And, boy, that man is a truckload.
Yeah, we had 2 missed tackles on this edge, and he, of course, it's arm tackles. We're going to have to square him up and get under his pad level, and then, Ford brought him down, just saved the touchdown there. 1st and goal from the 4.
This West Ouachita team started the season off 5-0.
And this is exactly the game they want to play, Doug.
Yeah, they just grind around, keep the Trojans team off the field. Offensively, it was the fumble in the first that got the Trojans on the board. There's a handoff, goes to Owens, and he's going to get as many carries as he wants to get tonight, it looks like. Good effort by the Trojan defense. Under 45 seconds to go. You don't need to stop to snap it, but you got to believe they will. Of course, their counterparts here, Ouachita tried to rush in and do one at the end of the first quarter, and that didn't work out for them.
Yeah, Hobbs and Mason and Ford holding their ground there for a 1-yard gain.
And that will do it for the first quarter play. Trojans lead this one 7-0. You get a good look at that defense making their way off the field. We'll take this 1-minute timeout with them. You're watching Ash Trojan Football on 446 Sports.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me.
This month, as we gather with the ones we love, let's take a moment to give thanks for the blessings in our lives. When it comes to protecting what matters most, trust those who care about your family.
You get a preview of the Thomas Bachman Show. We told you that's coming up this Thursday. Next Thursday. Yeah, it's this Thursday because we're already past Thursday, so it's not really next Thursday at this point. Doug Gann alongside of Nick Magnano. Brett Stallsby joins us in the booth. Trojans lead this one 7-0, and just the one drive, Coach. Is that all?
Yeah.
All the Trojans have had it. They scored on that drive, but have had the ball for 2 minutes and 44 seconds out of the first 12. So time of possession there, but they lead the game 7-0, and this is exactly what you would have anticipated out of this type of a contest.
Yeah, West Ouachita, they want to take their out the ball.
So did Tom Brady. Handoff up the middle. Trojans defense is there, and another big stop, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and short. Again, the Trojans defense.
Yeah, Christian Ray came in with Mason there. And boy, Mason is having a phenomenal night. He's already has 6 assisted tackles.
You say so did Tom Brady. Anyway, there's a good old deflate gate joke there. If you can't have that.
I'm sorry, I was trying to look around Brett to see the play. Boss man, sorry about that.
There it is. There's going to be a false start against. They didn't call it against West Ouachita. It doesn't look like they give them the touchdown. And, wow.
So I guess it was the center and the quarterback only.
That's the only ones.
And I guess if if he snaps the ball, if he snaps the ball, it's good. But
delayed start on the rest of them. But that's not a bad ploy right there. West Ouachita comes out in the swinging gate, trying to see if they'll go for the 2 or what they'll do here. 7-6. PAT is pending just one play into the second quarter. Gate closes up as they hustle back in. And what a play that was. It was just the center and the quarterback that moved. Snap is back. Coming off the edge. Unable to get there. PAT is up and it is good. 7-7, 11:21 to go. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Ash Trojan Football on 446 Sports.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier. Transactions are getting safer. And you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use. Anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
back to West Ouachita we go, 7-7 in this one. Menard up 7-0 in their game against Glen Oaks on senior night. Rebels of Pineville down 14-0. Don't have anything on Buckeye just yet. And here we are tied at 7 apiece. A little bit of a kickoff to the far side, and that is going to be gathered in.
JT Lindsay.
JT's got it going to the far side, trying to break away. Unable to do so, and that's where the Trojans will start their second drive of the night. Had one in the first quarter is all that they had, and they'll start this one. Looks like from the 33-yard line is where they will scrimmage, minus 33 territory. Started their last one at the 47, so the first time they've had the ball on their own side of the field. Boy, got hot in here in a hurry, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
They had it on blast chiller earlier. Snap is back. Handoff is there. JT's got it. Well rested JT Lindsay is there for just a yard gain.
They give him 3 on that play, Doug.
Trojans in their best attempt at hurry up. E.J. Scott to the far side. Jimmy Duncan flanks out wide to the numbers here. Handoff goes to JT. Spins around. Hangs on to it. Just does his best strong power run. And is going to be very near the first and does have it by half a yard.
Yeah, 8-yard gain on that one up the middle. Looks like Coach Free talked to the offensive line after that first drive.
They are muscling up down there in the trenches. There's a quick snap throw over to the far side. EJ's got it. And that's going to be consecutive first downs for the Trojans.
Yeah, 13-yard stop route for EJ. Stop route, Scott. So.
EJ stop route, Scott. Chuck just excited about that last graphic that popped up there. 10:33 to go. Trojans off and running in this one. There. Speaking of off and running, there goes JT. JT banging around over defenders all the way inside the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, 19-yard. No. They gave him. So he's at the 25. 14-yard gain there on that one on first down.
JT looking impressive there. Great opportunity to visit with him. What do you know? JT's got it again, trying to get to the outside, spin around, hit the circle button, get to the outside, banging over another defender inside the 5 to the 3, and this drive has been all JT Lindsay.
Yeah, they gave him 21 on that one, Doug, just to the right side there, and then basically just like you said, spun and made it happen on his own after he broke the line of scrimmage there.
10:08 remaining here until halftime. Feaster's got it. Now JT does into the inside the 2 to the inside the 1, nears the goal line. Does JT?
Yeah, 3 yards on that carry. He fell forward the last 2 of it. Looks like going to be second and goal.
Second and goal inside the 1. Lindsay's got it. He's going to cap off his drive. He's untouched. Touchdown, JT Lindsay. Touchdown, Trojans. We'll see if we've got that. There's another good grab. Way to go, Brett. We'll see if we've got the instant replay, and we'll take a look at that one more time. And it's courtesy of BU Designs. You see them get up to the line of scrimmage as Bodie Van Dyke is getting close. And JT's just going to walk into the end zone there. Back to live action we go as the Trojans try to top this off.
And it's good.
PAT is up and good. We'll recap that drive for you when we come back. You're watching Ash Trojan football right here on 446 Sports.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4480.
Back to live action we go. That kickoff by Mesh, and he has been hammering the ball tonight. That's going to bounce around and go out of bounds inside the 1. What a play that was inside the 1. Let's take a look at that scoring drive once again. I have 6 plays, 67 yards, the 1-yard touchdown run. It took the Trojans a minute 33. J.T. Lindsey capped it off, and it was all J.T. Lindsey. You see it on your Ash Trojan scoring drive.
You know, so far, Ash's offense doing exactly what we talked about, Doug. We talked about running the ball to open up the pass, and now we just need the defense to listen to our keys of the game and shut down this fullback.
Yeah, it was interesting keys to the game you had there. Great pictures that you put in there. First time that we've seen shotgun from Ellis tonight. Not the first time we've seen the handoff, and there you go, just finishing things off in another.
Yeah, Christian Ray met him in the backfield. He didn't quite get the tackle, but it gave Xavier White enough time to get in there on the solo tackle. Looks like a loss of 2. Great play by the defense.
Footballs are starting to come out by the cheerleaders here at West Ouachita. Always a thrilling part. When you get a chance to get a plastic football, boy, you can't beat fun at the old ball game. 2nd down and 11. 9-10 remaining until halftime. There's a big play. The ball is on the ground one more time. Trojans come out of there with it. Oh, they're calling him down. My goodness.
Well, they're calling the recovery down, Doug.
Saying he was down and that he couldn't go any further than that. But we've not seen an indication of who gets the football.
It's going to be West Ouachita ball. Christian Ray with the fumble in the backfield, or the hit that caused the fumble, and then they recovered it and lost it after. But the referee saying that West Ouachita was down on the first recovery.
So these guys right here playing pretty big. That's that front 7 of the Trojans defense, and they are really, really doing some solid work tonight following that big, long drive.
Yeah, Christian Ray with the forced fumble there, filling in for Elijah Wright.
3rd down and 14, filling in for Jeremiah Jeffers Wright. Back to passes Ellis. He's coming to this side now. Swung around, got to make an open field tackle, and it does. Jay Frazier.
What a play, Doug, because if Jay Frazier does not make that play, you have 65 yards of nothing but green turf, not grass. What a play by Jay Frazier. He beat the lineman and made the tackle.
Yeah, Jay, you see on your screen there, Jay Frazier. You hear the coaches trying to get somebody back. That's going to be Jimmy Duncan that will be back to receive. He stands at his 41-yard line. Have yet to see the kicking game. Snap is back. Kick is up there. And Jay almost got him one of those.
It's returnable.
Jimmy gets under it at the 35, gets his feet gathered around. Good blocking by Simon on the far side. Jimmy runs right into the tackler, though. The Trojans will have it at the 49-yard line where they begin their 3rd drive of the night.
Yeah, Doug, it's almost like he had too much room. They didn't. It's almost like they went up the field and just kind of held their ground and stayed in their lanes, and it was hard for Simon to hold that block that long.
Look like they'll mark it officially at the 48-yard line. Trojans start their 3rd drive of the night. The first 2 they've capped off with touchdowns in this one.
What time you got? 7:30?
16-14, Gina leads Buckeye.
Ooh,
that is in much closer game than the experts had predicted. Oh, there's that toss, and that's just a beautiful play. Jimmy, good block on the outside. E.J. Scott, wow. Big-time play coming up there by number 6 and making that stop. Goodness, coming from out of nowhere, making the same type. That was Matthew Lee on that one, but still 8 yards. Trojans 2nd down and 3 from the West Ouachita 45-yard line. Handoff goes to JT. JT up the middle. Bangs around, gets another JT first down. He continues to rack up the big yards on the first downs. 2 plays on this drive, and you start to see some hands getting on the hips of the West Ouachita defense, and rightly so. The coaches do take a timeout. Going to take it with them. We'll be right back. Trojans lead this one 14-7, 6:58 remaining until halftime. Back after this on 446 Sports.
It all started with a sketch on It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
We are back. See the Trojans still huddled up there. They're taking full advantage of that timeout. They lead this one 14-7. Doug Gann, Nick Magnano, Brett Stallsby bringing you the action here. Buckeye trails Gina 16-14 in that one. Pineville trails 14-0 to Ouachita. Menard on to a 7-0 lead, and here your Trojans lead it 14-7. Toss goes to the far side, and JT stutter steps, gets through. Eric Dickerson's his way, and he does. He really stands tall and runs. He doesn't lower his head down. He tiptoes through the tacklers.
Yeah, he was behind Grayson Thibodeau and Townsend on that one.
Hurriedly to the line after the 7-yard gain. 2nd down and 3. JT to the near side. JT back to the middle. JT to the 1st down to the 23-yard line. 4 plays on this one. And the Trojans, Coach, I don't know if you can find a better word than efficient on their first 3 possessions thus far. Double H-back stacked to the near side. Haven't seen that formation before, but no problem there as West Ouachita crashed in from the far side. Again, that's your man number 40 that's been on just about everything for West Ouachita. And again, that is Caden Talbert.
Yeah, 1 large loss. He just wanted it more that time.
Behind the sticks, but just a half a yard. Quick shot over to the far side to EJ. Spun around. Slam him down. Back 5 yards, but they'll give EJ 6 yards on the reception. And not a timely whistle on that one.
No, not at all. And we saw we saw the injury on their second-string quarterback on the shoulder. Here we go.
3rd down now and 6 to go. Trojans have been moving the ball at will. 5:34 and counting. This is just their 3rd drive. Looking for an offsides and don't get it. 8 seconds and 7 on the play clock. Trojans moving right to left. 3-2. May get a timeout, and Bachman does take his 2nd timeout. Perhaps tried to get him to jump a little bit. Going to take it with him. We'll be right back in 30 seconds on 446 Sports. Back to West Ouachita we go, high above Red Sims Stadium. Beautiful stadium, too. That Sims family well known in this area, and it's named after one of their true heroes here, Red Sims. Longtime school board, longtime coach around the way. 3rd down and 6 as Ty and that group look over. You've got 2 H-backs, and they're split this time. Townsend on the far side, Thibodeau's to the nearest where we are. Jimmy Duncan, the receiver here, and EJ Scott at the top. JT dots the I in the backfield. JT's going to get it up the middle. Scooch to the left, scooch to the right, spins around, and he and his buddy 40 are going at it again, and that's going to be just a half a yard shy. 4th down and close for the Trojans. Watch for Ty to maybe do the one where he sneaks up there and gets under center.
Yeah, 4-yard gain there just off the left side behind Pearl.
They'll mark him a yard shy of it. And there's Ty right up sneaking under center. And they're going to get the little push that's in there. I'm not saying I've followed the Trojans a long time, but I've followed them a good while. Good to see that play get in there. And Ty moves the sticks for the Trojans.
Good to have a quarterback that's, 6'2".
That doesn't hurt things.
190 pounds, too.
Ninth play of the drive.
Oh.
JT spinning and moving inside the 10. They're calling flags to the near side. We'll see what's going on.
My guess is 40 was probably in the neutral zone, but I could be wrong. He got there very quick, Doug.
And
are they not? Or is it sideline maybe? No, let's see.
Dead ball is going to be sideline warning is all that it is, just a warning. Like one of the officials bumped into the coaches perhaps is what you normally see.
So the play counts, and it's 2-yard gain for JT.
Correct, and it's just the warning.
Okay.
So this is the 10th play of this Trojan drive. JT's got it. Cuts to the inside, bangs around, spins inside the 4 to the 3, and going to be maybe a couple of inches short. We'll have to see.
8 yards there. What a block by Cam Calderon.
That is just short, but the Trojans hurry to the line. JT gets it again, and he stopped in the backfield. It'll be 4th down and 1, it looks like, for the Trojans. Calderon slow to get up. It just does. He was at the bottom of that pile. His buddy Jacoby Morris from the left side comes up and picks him up.
He lost a yard there, Doug, and that was actually number 3 on the tackle, Luke Jones, who was the quarterback that got hurt earlier for West Ouachita.
Good to see Luke back in there. Trojans, Feaster's going to walk into the end zone. Perfect play, perfect call, perfect run, touchdown. Ty Feaster, touchdown Trojans. Take a look at the instant replay there. Trojans with such an impressive drive. And we'll recap that one right out of the break and watch Ty as he gets into the end zone. Trojans lead this one 20-7. PAT coming from Bodie Van Dyke, and we'll let Coach Nick take us through this one.
Snaps back, place down, and it's good. 21-7 with 3 minutes and 36 seconds left in the second quarter.
We'll be right back right after this.
Time for our red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. It's hot out there, and we want to cool you down with some great savings on your new AC unit. Right now, you could save on a new energy-saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Plus a 10-year parts and labor warranty. Just need a repair? We got you covered too, with $50 off any repair backed by a 2-year parts and labor warranty. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
Hit the wrong button, so that'll give you an idea. He had the ear button, and that wouldn't get it there. So I let him do it one time, and it doesn't go out. That's the way they do it. But let's take a look at that Trojan scoring drive. 13 plays, 52 yards. It took an even 4 minutes off the clock. It was that 3-yard run by Ty Feaster that got the Trojans into the end zone, and that's a look at things here. Trojans, a perfect 3 drives and 3 scores, and I'm all wrapped up in this game, literally.
Reverse.
Here comes a little bit of a reverse. It's coming to the near side. We've seen that young man go around. Possible face mask came in, but it's not going to get called there. And that's just good running. We saw Xavion Jackson in early in this one. He was back to return the initial kick of the game, too, which reminds us the Trojans do get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, but we had Mingo there. We had Garrett Gaines there and also Jaden Lewis. So that was very good. I mean, I know it's a 3-yard gain, but very good defense there on the outside.
Jaden was shaken up on that last series. Good to see that young man back in. 2nd down and 7, fullback dive. Looked like the Trojans solid on that. And boy, was Merce concerned about this type of work tonight from the West Ouachita offense with having 4 starters that were not in there tonight. But he said it was an opportunity for some growing up. And that defensive unit of the Trojans has done that at stopping this run. 2:29 and counting here. Trojans lead it 21-7. We are in Northeast Louisiana, West Ouachita, the campus there of the Chiefs. 3rd down and 6. Ellis back under center. The toss now comes back to the near side. First time we've seen it not go to the fullback in a while, but it's going to bring up another 4th down.
Coach Bachman with the timeout there. Xavier White with Amarian Ford with the solo tackle there to make it a 4th and 2. On the play before that, Doug, Christian Ray, senior Christian Ray, is having a night. He didn't start. Peyton Hobbs started, and he came in the second series, and he hasn't left the field. He has 4 tackles total, and he's just having a great night.
You see 4th down, and that's how far it is to go. Trojans defense starting to work on it. A little bit of spring in their step on this one tonight, and why not? That time of possession battle they're losing off of that big 10-minute first quarter for West Ouachita on 2 drives. One was a fumble, one was resulted, I guess, nothing. So it was 7-0 as it swapped, but they scored to get things going here in the second quarter. And it will be 4th down and 2. Deep, not deep, but deep on the field at the 37-yard line in West Ouachita trying to get something. Who do you think is going to come up with this one? You believe 11?
Yeah, you may want to watch the quarterback on the keeper as well, but, yeah, my guess is 11 as well.
That means you guys got to stay contained. Mingo is going to be the one to the near side, does not have a receiver out here, and if the ball comes out this way, he's going to have to stay home and get that. Xavier White getting a little closer to the line of scrimmage, as is Amarion Ford. X's and O's here defensively. Toss comes to the near side, crashing through there, and that's a big-time play. Xavier White, we walked him through that one as he just crashed there, and just tremendous work by X for the Trojans.
Yeah, shot the gap, made the tackle, and then he had Aiden Walker there to help him at the end. I mean, just a great play. Coach Bachman had taken the timeout before that to preserve some clock. So I will say this, they're out of timeout. Ash should be out of timeouts now, but we have 2 minutes left, starting at the 34. I don't think we'll need a timeout.
34-yard line. How special is Xavier White going to be? That young man, just a 10th grader. They call it a sophomore. And just fantastic work. 2 minutes to go until halftime. Trojans trying to Belichick it up 21-7. Ty Feaster with 2 H-backs to the far side, and the toss goes that way. Trojans showing some fancy alignments there, and that's JT that gets up. Talk to JT again. We told you that last night. He comes to the games, comes to the show, doesn't always get on there, but is always good to sit and spend about 15 minutes with. He and his family come in there, and what a great crew they are. 2nd down and 8. Snap throw over, and that's got to be pass interference, and it is. Battle of the fours right there, and before the ball was even thrown, before it was coming in and just over the back. Good calls. The official to the far side was looking right at it.
Yeah, very fortunate there as well that EJ came back to the ball, because if EJ wouldn't have been coming back to the ball, their number 4, who's Kevin Harper, probably would have taken that back. So good job by EJ, keep going on the play and coming back to the ball.
If you look at that pick 6 last week, he didn't come back for the ball. This time they worked on that in practice. Everybody you talked to last night and through the week told you what a hard week of practice it was following that one on there. 21-7, Trojans lead this one nearing the half. First man, there's JT's going to get it, and he's going to bang around inside the 15, having to keep up with the...
Yeah, it looks like they're going to give him 2, Doug, right off the left side there behind Jacoby and Pearl on there.
Trojans 2nd down and 8, minute 13 to go until halftime. Handoff comes. No, that's the rolling around wide open is Tanner Townsend. He cuts. He goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Tanner Townsend. Touchdown, Trojans. And they never, ever throw to the tight end here in Alexandria. Let's look at that one here in just a minute. But you see the logo pop up. It's touchdown, Trojans. And let's take a look at the BU Designs instant replay. Boy, what a play fake it was. Everybody thinks that JT has it, even our cameraman, and then spinning around to the far side. And you're going to catch Tanner Townsend at the 10. Almost slipped on that turf and just battles his way into the end zone. And we are a PAT away from making this thing 28-7. Kick is up, and it is good. We'll take a break with them and be back. You're watching Ash Trojan Football on 446 Sports.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple.
1 minute to go in this one. We're going to recap that scoring drive for you here in just a minute. Nick, take us through that last one. We'll catch it up in just a bit.
Yeah, here we go. You talking about the touchdown play or the kick here?
No, well, we'll get it back now. The kick is off it to the near side of it. Cutting back to the middle, and there's that look, that Trojan.
Ball.
Saying the ball is out. Saying the ball is out, and it looks like the Trojans have it, and they do. Trojans have it, and they do. My goodness. Worst fears realized for that West Ouachita offense trying to get back in this one. And just recap the drive. We didn't have a chance to get in there and get it for us.
Yeah, we had four plays, 34 yards. Of course, 10 of it came on the pass interference. A 15-yard pitch and catch from Feaster to Townsend for the touchdown.
Do have a flag on the far side of the field. We'll see what the officials are working out.
So you're telling me I can't put Amarian Ford down for the forced fumble? Huh? Oh.
Penalty is declined, and it's going to be Ash Trojan, so yes, you can.
Ford forced it and recovered it. So what a...
Boy, this is the absolute worst thing that you wanted to happen. You were rolling along in a game if you're West Ouachita. For the Trojans, it's about the best 4 or 5 minutes that you could have. They're going into that big end zone with a big jumbotron to the near side. Jimmy Duncan. Last time they had it, Townsend picks up his record-setting fifth touchdown by a tight end. Snap is back, play action. Oh, and there's the stop and go. EJ going to the end zone, and that one just out of bounds. Boy, still had it. Triple coverage over to the far side. But, that little fake on the stop was great.
Yeah, he beat the first guy, but the free safety number 6 was over the top. And to be honest with you, if that ball would have been thrown on target, 6 probably would have had a play on. That would have been Matthew Lee. So he didn't. Free safety did not bite on him.
But I'm going to say Ty had a good look at it, and it looked like Ty put that ball out of there where only E.J. Scott could get it.
That's right.
Ty in that offense look over. You got the 2 H-backs set 1 yard or so off of the back of the line of scrimmage. Linebacker sneaking up like he wants to blitz. Crowding the line now backs off of it. A typical 4-3 defense. Just playing a base defense against these Trojans. Snap is back. It's low, but Ty's got it. Ty has to pump fake that one. Now he's going to tuck it down and run. Trojans out of timeouts, but a lot of time left on this one as there's 48 seconds on the clock.
He's going to get 5 yards on that run. Now they're switching Marquise Butler out for Thibodeau.
Yeah, look perhaps for a lob or a fade down here as the much taller receiver is in there. Ty calls for the ball, and they're looking that way. Oh, they go back the other way. EJ's got it on the inside, up the middle, looking for a seam. He does get the first down out to the 12-yard line, and that will stop the clock momentarily with 19.3. You see it on the big jumbotron here. Trojans hurriedly, they tempo and Tuesday the heck out of it on this one, and they clock the ball. That's going to stop it with 18:08 to go. Trojans trying to really put this thing out of reach here right before. And, Coach, it was a game that was 14-7 just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, big last 6 minutes here for the Trojans.
2nd down and 10 from the 12. Go the Trojans. They look to the near side. JT is off to the right. Jimmy's to the near side with Marquise. To the far side in the slot is Townsend and E.J. Scott there. They like to set up that little receiver screen here again and get Townsend out blocking from here. Snap is back. He looks the other way. Stepping up in the pocket. Throws it down to seam. Tanner Townsend. How about that bullet? In. Touchdown, Tanner Townsend. Touchdown, Trojans.
Yeah, 13-yard right there on the post route to Tanner Townsend.
A zip. Oh, my goodness. What a play that was. And the Trojans up 34-7 with a PAT pending. Ouachita up 20-7. Rebels get on board in that one. But it has been all Trojans the last few minutes, and we'll recap some of this at halftime for you when we catch our breath. Goodness gracious, that kick is up, and it is good. 35-7. Let's leave it right here. And, Coach, we've been on the other side of these type of flurries before, week 1 and week 2. Much different tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we had 2 turnovers, and we've scored 2 touchdowns off of them. The defense, with the exception of that one drive, I think was the second drive of the game for West Ouachita, which they kept the ball for 10 minutes. The defense has stopped the fullback. Matter of fact, he hadn't touched the ball in what would be the last 5 or 6 plays that they even went to the tailback on that 4th down, and Xavier stopped him.
Not certain that we'll retain a lot of our viewership there in the second half as this thing is getting out of hand. But we do remind you to like and subscribe and go back and watch some of the other contests. On YouTube, you can scrub back and watch them from the start. Got some good ones that are out there. To the near side, it is Bear going up the middle now and not going to get it, but the West Ouachita does retain possession. And, Coach, at this point, you're a fighter. You got to get to the bell. You got to get to halftime. You take a knee and go on and discuss things.
That's right. Jalen Kirk with the solo tackle there, shoestring tackle there.
Wow, just defensive stops and turnovers, and it's just been about as of impressive as a night as we've seen, short of going back to that Natchitoches Central first half, the Pineville first half that were big, dominant first halves. This one is probably right up there. Easily the most impressive quarter, and they do get under center and will take a knee to get out of this one, get to the bell. Trojans will have it coming out of the half. Very impressive first half for the Trojans. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You're watching Ash Trojan Football on 446 Sports.
Time for our red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. It's hot out there, and we want to cool you down with some great savings on your new AC unit. Right now, you could save on a new energy-saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Plus a 10-year parts and labor warranty. Just need a repair? We got you covered too, with $50 off any repair backed by a 2-year parts and labor warranty. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
This month, as we gather with the ones we love, let's take a moment to give thanks for the blessings in our lives. When it comes to protecting what matters most, trust those who care about your family as much as you do.
I'm Jason Hawk, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm here to help you protect what you hold dear.
Whether auto, home, or life, have peace of mind knowing that your family is covered today, tomorrow, and for years to come. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect what matters most.
Time for our red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. It's hot out there, and we want to cool you down with some great savings on your new AC unit. Right now, you could save on a new energy-saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Plus a 10-year parts and labor warranty. Just need a repair? We got you covered too, with $50 off any repair backed by a 2-year parts and labor warranty. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, Look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Looking for somewhere different for lunch? Le Bistro Coffee and Waffle Bar is a gourmet espresso bar and restaurant with an emphasis on Southern social experience, featuring a wide variety of salads, soups, sandwiches, and of course waffles. Le Bistro has something for everyone and every lifestyle. Whether you are meeting friends, spending time with family, or hosting a private party, we offer a dining experience all will enjoy. Le Bistro Coffee and Waffle Bar on Coliseum Boulevard.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Lock On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time. It all started with a sketch on a napkin, an idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Back to live action here. Halftime just about to wrap up. Nick, before we get things going, I want you to give us a little insight onto that explosive Trojan first half.
Yeah, the offense, we had J.T. Lindsey leading with 21 carries, 117 yards, and 1 touchdown. Ty Feaster, 7 of 10, 98 yards, 3 touchdowns in the air, 1 rushing touchdown. E.J. Scott had the most receptions, 5 for 70 yards and 1 touchdown. And Tanner Townsend, 2 receptions, 2 touchdowns, for 2 for 28 yards.
That can't be right. Tell me that again on Tanner Townsend.
2 catches,
right.
28 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then on defense, we're led by...
Hold on. So Tanner's got about 7 catches on the year, right? And he's got 5 touchdowns now?
You're not going to make me do. You're going to make me do that math
touchdowns.
Between now.
It's 8 catches, 6 touchdowns for Tanner Townsend. My goodness.
Yeah, and I'll put it in a spreadsheet, and maybe between now and next week I'll have the season's stats. But on the defensive side of the ball, Jordan Mason, he had 7 tackles, all assisted, and Xavier White had 3 solo tackles, 4 assists, so 7 total.
These Trojans have just been all over it. They started this thing, it was 7-0 at the end of the first, 7-7 as West Ouachita calls a timeout and then goes up there and gets into the end zone to start things off. But I think after that, it was just all Trojans. They've scored every time they've had the football tonight. Is that right? 5 possessions and 5 touchdowns.
That is correct.
Goodness gracious. Big work for the Trojans, and they will get the ball to start the second half, and we are nearing what is called clock time. We get a couple of scores out of this and get that clock running, wrap this thing up before 9 o'clock and get ready for a home playoff game next week. Who is that going to be? Don't know. You'll figure it out sometime Sunday morning around 11. But we'll have it all for you. We'll go through the brackets. We'll go through all of that at 5 o'clock on Sunday evening on our edition of Coach Speak. 5 to 7, special edition, but a special second half coming up for you as the Trojans look to finish their regular season at 6-4. There's that squib kick down the middle. Going to bounce around. They let it go, and it's brought back to the near side. And E.J. Scott falls on the turf, but JT comes to the near side. That one's going to come back. JT's going to house it, but it is going to come back for an illegal block, we do believe. So little premature jocularity on the far side as the student section and all of the fans are going, and the white hat is simply sitting there telling everyone to bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. You saw that one come in. The Trojans, just a big-time play from JT. But curious as to what happened to E.J. Scott back there.
Yeah, he slipped. Fortunately, he got up, bounced around a little bit, and he's okay.
Turned around, looked at that turf. And tell me about that turf, Nick, because we noticed some inconsistencies on it ourselves while we were doing our walkthrough this afternoon.
Chop block, Doug.
Huh.
So that was at the 35, so that's probably a 15-yarder, isn't it?
Yeah, I should get them back to the 20-yard line. But you were noticing a lot of things about that turf, how it was not very it wasn't true, and it wasn't straight.
Yeah, it was. I mean, there was a lot of, like you're talking about, irregular. It was irregular in a lot of spots. I don't know if it's. I got down to see in those little black, crushed up tire pebbles. There weren't many in those, so I don't know if it just needs to be, brushed. They brushed that and try to get those things to come to the top, but there was a lot of different, and it seemed very slow.
We'll see if JT comes out at running back after that big long run. And he does.
No, it's Darbon.
Yeah, it's Vaughn that's in that running back after a 65-yard touchdown kickoff return that comes back.
I wonder if that was JT's last play.
Vaughn gets it to the far side. He's blocked. Blocked back in.
Actually, that was Talon. That was Talon on this, and Vaughn was behind
Johnson,
him.
That's right.
Yeah, and Vaughn was behind him. Okay.
That was more of I don't know if the defender just blocked his man back into the running back, but boy, that blew that one up. 2nd down and 15, and I assure you that won't be JT's last play because the Trojans are going to look to get to that 42-point mark. And it's not a running up the score thing. It's just to get it into that time where you save yourself some opportunities. Banging forward there, picks up the yardage that was lost, save for about 1. It'll be 2nd down, and it'll be 3rd. Yeah, 3rd and 11.
Yeah, Vaughn on the carry there.
Back in, yeah.
Vaughn carried that one 4 yards off the left side.
3rd down and 11. Trojans. First time that they are needing to convert one here deep in their own territory.
Boy, Jimmy's uncovered. Well, 40 come out here.
They can get by 40. 40's a good tackler. Feaster goes over and just tries to split that zone that's there. Floated it just a little bit, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And you expect to see Crenshaw come out and punt.
Yeah, Luke Jones from West Ouachita undercut that. I'll tell you, he's been impressive between him and number 40. That's two very good athletes that's been all over the field. It's Caden Tolbert on the number 40 as well.
There you get a good look at Crenshaw, who's really excelled at punting the ball this season. And, boy, I hope I didn't just put the announcer jinx on and bounces it around. Gets that one, and it's about the best that he could have hoped for there. Got to bounce around and still find its way out. So getting it out of there and getting that one away, that's all that really you hope for after that low snap.
Yeah, it was good punt. They're going to start at the 46-yard line. So, it's not a 20 to that's 30, 34-yard punt. Of course, he had about a 6-yard bounce, and it, unfortunately, it didn't turn over, so it didn't quite get as much roll. Oh.
Yeah, they're calling an illegal man downfield.
Okay.
Yeah, it was against the defense is where it was. Or illegal participation against the defense is the call.
Now that's not post possession.
No, that's free, but it's not going to move it but about 5 yards. I don't think that will change anything. The down markers are going all the way down.
No, Doug, I think they're giving him the first down. Yeah.
Goodness gracious, we'll have to, as I sit here and stand beside myself, the illegal participation gives the Trojans the first down. It's a 15-yard penalty.
Wow, that's big.
That's huge, and that was the Trojans' first time that they had kicked the ball away, and it was pre-kick, and my goodness. That's why they got to the kick so quickly. Ty's set up, ready to go to work. Handoff. No, Ty's going to keep it to the near side. A little bit of a stiff arm there, spinning around, and that's his boy 40 that
blow the
has
whistle,
been there.
Blow the whistle.
And that's been going on. That goes all the way back to that very first play that he and Mamai got tied up in. And it's just been that type of a game. E.J. Scott now returns. It is 4-on-4 to the far side. Feaster and that offense continue to move with some pace. Inside handoff is there. Good. Vaughn running over the would-be tackler, and that gets another Trojan first down.
Yeah, good 3-yard gain there off the right side. Feaster, they gave Feaster 8 yards on that first down keeper.
Not exactly the start you wanted, but the Trojans got the benefit of another West Ouachita penalty, and now they are marching out to the 46-yard line. Ty has to go down and pick this one up. Got some time. That offensive line doing some good work. Now Ty's just going to have to scramble and get away from it. It takes a late hit to the near side, and both the officials are looking at him and don't care about it.
Wow. Dangerous pass there. Jimmy was coming back. He ran a little post route, and when Ty scrambled out to the outside here, he ran back to the sideline. Very dangerous play, and Jimmy pretty much looked like he played defense from what I could see on that one.
Von Dabon and Talon Johnson both in there. Receivers to the top and bottom, one apiece. Handoff goes up the middle. Banging around, and just look, we've seen that out of that young man all season long when he's been able to get in there and run the ball well.
Yeah, very tough run there. 8-yard gain right there behind Morris and Pearl on this side. Or is it Rivette? I'm sorry.
Snap is back again. Repeat of the play. Stutter stepping through there. Going to be shy of the yard to gain. But you expect the Trojans to stay out there and go for it on fourth down here from the 45-yard line. Ball has to get just inside the 44. We saw Ty sneak up on this one a little bit earlier and just power his way through. Hands on the hips of that defensive line. You'd like to see him maybe get up there and try that one more time. He kind of walks up to the line when he does it, just like he's doing right now. Linebackers jump in there. There's that Bush push, they call it, from way back when Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, and that group from Los Angeles would do that. And that's back-to-back, and you see him walk up to the line. Watch that later on, not tonight, but later on in the season when he walks up there and they throw that ball out of that formation. There's a inside handoff, but there's a big push. Oh, and just continuing to fall forward. And that's things, Coach, that we talked about happened to the Trojans. They'd make a stop in the backfield, but the backs would just push forward, and that's a big play in the backfield. Trojans pick up, get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a half a yard. Handoff there. Good stutter step move, spun around. What a play. What a play, number 19, who comes up and gets that one. That is Seth Dowdy, just hanging on for dear life, if you would. Third down and 9 to go.
Yeah, I was waiting for one of those dug in. There he goes, because that stutter step was a nice move.
Well, he may get one before this drive is out. Feaster and company look over to the far side. There's Marquise and Jimmy to the near side. Noah's Ark offensively for the Trojans. That's Townsend and EJ to the top. And now moving around right to left and back and forth, directing traffic. 8 seconds on the play clock. Snap is low. Play action. Got to get out of there, does Ty. Ty is being chased in the backfield, and he's going to be brought down. And I'm telling you, that young man, and he's waving over at the crowd. How you going to wave at the defense when you're getting Caden? Goodness gracious. Great play by the young man. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Come on and get back to the huddle.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
don't,
Ty just needs to throw that one away. I mean, of course, I know he probably doesn't feel it, but he just needs to throw that one away.
Tremendous backside play by the young man. I mean, he has been all over the place. That young man has played about as good defensively as anybody has. But that one was touched. The Trojans have a chance to fall on it. Rolling around, ball still loose. Looks like West Ouachita is going to fall on it, and they do. Trojans not very happy coming out of there. But
net gain of 10, a 10-yard punt there whenever it came back.
After it hit number 6, I think, on the far side over there.
Yeah, that's correct.
Pretty good starting field position. First time the Trojans offense has not ended a drive with a touchdown. This defense is fired up, and they saw, I think, a little bit of the chaos that was going on that last one, because it was like the young man was waving over to that defense. My comes out to the near side as the lone cornerback here. Safety is just one over the top. Not expecting the pass, and the handoff does go up the middle.
Aiden Walker.
And, Aiden is just right there from the start and wraps that up, and there's X in there with him. Great work by this Trojan defense all night long. Offensively, the Trojans took 6 minutes off the clock on that first drive as we dip under the 6-minute mark. 6:11. It'll be under 6 when the ball is snapped. 2nd down and 8. They officially give him 2 yards.
That was generous.
Indeed it was. Snap is there. Fullback gets it. No, it's kept to the near side, and here comes up, and they'll have nothing to do with that option.
Yeah, Carrot Gaines, Jaden Lewis on that, and we talked about the pitch, Doug. We said if you stop the fullback, watch the pitch, and they kept contained outside there, and a great play for no gain.
In the words of the great Caddyshack movie, you'll get nothing and like it.
That's what I'm talking about.
That option, if you can roll back, you got to in a game like this. I may try to work Caddyshack into your keys of the game next week.
I like Caddyshack.
3rd down and 9, 2 to the top. Here comes roll out. It is in and out of the hands, and it was right there. Boy, don't put that on anybody. That was just that's scored a drop in there. But the Trojans defense will force the 4th down punt.
Now we've had 2 players this half, and there might be some dew on the ground, but Jaden Lewis just slipped on that one, just like EJ did on that kick return.
Well, you've made up a good point. I don't see a lot when we were down there. A lot of those black rubber pellets that are on there, you didn't see a lot of them on the ground, and I don't know if that's what gives you the control out there that keeps it from slipping. Ouachita has opened up a big one over the Rebels. They lead it 35-7. Big high punt. Everybody's got to get out of the way of this one. Where it stops, nobody knows. That's going to roll out of bounds at the 41-yard line. And there's a little scrappiness going on, and a penalty flag. It's going to be whistled against 13, and you always get the last man. Penalty flag will take up with a little bit of it, and the young man just upset and getting coached up over there, and you appreciate both sides. Because Bachman's got in his guys some tonight, and you just have to say, look, let the chippiness go.
Yeah, it's getting, of course, we were dancing around there that drive.
That's
our
correct.
defense was dancing around a little bit on that drive, too. So
I absolutely, look, it's a game, and I understand getting yourselves worked up and doing that, but don't let it go to the other. Don't let it spill over to the other team. And that's where you get the chippiness. That's where you get all of that and some unfortunate circumstances. But it should be a dead ball personal foul against the Chiefs, and it was.
Oh, offsetting.
Oh, they're calling offset. And that's a bailout because it was made after the last one was done. Needless to say, it's a no harm, no foul. Don't do that anymore. You don't do that anymore. And get to your corners. 5:02 remaining here. Third quarter play. Trojans lead this one 35-7.
Coach Bachman's still talking to Mingo on that play.
Uh-huh.
Not expecting that from your senior leader.
Feaster, 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. It is Butler that's over here with it. Handoff goes up the middle, and Big 93 still clogging holes up. And 40 is everywhere. I mean, I don't see a play that he's not been on tonight. That is Caden Talbert, the senior tight end. That's the good thing about it. He's a senior, and that young man won't be wreaking havoc on us. Of course, West Ouachita will drop down, we believe, to 4A next year.
Yeah, Vaughn with a 3-yard carry there on the first down.
Handoff once again goes up the middle, and Trojans content to just grind away. And the clock may not be running nonstop, but it is continuing to as both of these teams just run the football. Don't know that we'll beat the 9 o'clock whistle like we have a couple of times this year, but hanging in there.
Yeah, 2-yard gain for Vaughn on the last play.
Feaster has him. Tanner off to the H-back to the right side. All he's got is 2 catches for 2 touchdowns tonight. Snap is back. Ty's got it. He's going down the seam. Has to get behind him. That play is made and caught. Jimmy Duncan goes back and gets that one. Tremendous play for Jimmy Duncan.
Yeah, 21-yard gain there on that post route to Jimmy. Great throw by Ty.
You get a good look at Jimmy on the far side. Back to live action. Vaughn has that up the middle.
2-yard gainer there, just to the right up the gut behind Cam. And look, Doug, they are wearing this West Ouachita defense down.
There you get a good look at Vaughn, who has been doing the work in the backfield for the Trojans. He goes over to the right side of Ty.
Little Barry Sanders-like, number 20.
Play action, actually just a snap throw over to EJ, trying to get to the outside, driven forward, and he gets out to the 28-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and just a couple.
Yeah, 6-yard gain on that stop route, and I can't say I blame him for trying to go away from 40 on that one.
No, not at all. 2 to the near side. Jimmy's in the slot. Handoff is going to go up the middle. Vaughn has it banging around, and what do you know? There's 40 once again. Talbert has got to be on every single tackle tonight. I'm telling you, I don't know. You try to run the ball away from him, but you can't because he's there every time.
Yeah, 10-yard gain there for the first down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
It's 2:50 remaining, 3rd quarter of play. Feaster calls for it. Vaughn's got it off the left side, banging around. Give him 6, I guess, on that one.
Yep, 6 yards on that first down, and like I said, they're just wearing them down right now. And of course, they've been on the field. That West Ouachita defense, they've competed. They've been on the field a long time tonight.
Oh, that second quarter, as much work as they did in the first quarter, they were on the field that much in the second and thirds. And timeout is going to be taken by West Ouachita. First timeout of the second half. We'll take it with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching 446 Sports.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Doug Gann, Nick Magnano here at Red Sims Stadium, campus of West Ouachita Chiefs. Brett Stallsby pushing the buttons for us, keeping the instant replays going, and lets you know on the Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard that it is 35-7. Your Trojans have the lead in this one. After a battle of the first 12 minutes or so, it's been all Alexandria the rest of the way. Feaster brings Tanner in motion, and they're looking for him again. No, it's going to EJ. EJ's got a shot at it, checking him out, and they're saying he's out of bounds. Oh, my goodness. That looked pretty good by EJ onto the far side, and he is just beside himself on that one. Thought he had that one, did EJ Scott.
Yeah,
just
I think
a great route.
Yeah, a good route, good throw. I think coaches beside us wanted that one as well, and I agree.
Don't bring the iPad out, whatever you do. Or the rule book. We were talking with the officials earlier and said one of the coaches brought the rule book out onto the field last night, and of all the no-nos in the world, that's certainly one of the big ones. That and don't bring the huddle iPad out for a replay. Feaster brings Townsend in motion, looks a lot like the last play. Zips that ball down the seam and in and out of the hands of E.J. Scott. And that has been the bread and butter inside the 10-yard line for the Trojans. And, do you go out there and you give Mesh or Van Dyke a shot at a field goal here? It looks like the Trojans will keep that defense out, or their offensive unit out there.
Yeah, unfortunately, Doug, I think EJ was looking at the scoreboard. I think he turned his head a little bit too soon on that one.
It's kind of bright down there. Feaster looking to get West Ouachita to jump off sides, and they don't. Boy, what a battle going on at Ruston and West Monroe. That was 14-14. That's for the 2-5A district championship. Townsend again in motion. He's ran more on the last 3 plays than he ever have. There's that inside screen. EJ's got it. EJ's behind us blocking. EJ's inside into the end zone. Touchdown, EJ Scott. Touchdown, Trojans. Let's take another look at that one, courtesy of BU Designs. There you see the play. You're going to see Tanner, who goes in motion for his 3rd time. They let the defense through, and that lets you know that screen's coming. Wide receiver screen complete to EJ. EJ's going to make his way into the end zone, and he dives through the rest of the way. I think that's touchdown number 5 that Ty has contributed to on the evening. Bodie Van Dyke set for the PAT.
That is correct, Doug. He has 4 passing and one rushing.
Kick is up, and it is good. And that was the shortest setup that I think that we had seen. 42-7, Trojans lead this one. I'm going to take a timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're watching Ash Trojan Football on 446 Sports.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe.
Bodie Van Dyke tees things up here as the Trojans took them a little longer than anybody had expected there in the 3rd quarter to get that touchdown in there, but just one away from getting the clock running here as that kick is back and brought in at the 10-yard line, 50. Now following his backer, there's a Marion Ford to say, we're not going to follow our blockers anymore. We're going down.
Let him go, boys.
Yep, and they do, and they release and Christian Ray, who I think special teams performance, Christian Ray's done just as good as anybody has all year long.
Yeah, he's been one of the 5, and actually Shannon Mesh was the one on the kickoff there. And he's kicked them inside the 10-yard line all night, so been a good night for him as well. But yeah, when you look
Doyle out there on that special teams too.
Yeah, we look at looks like Doyle's in for Ford now, so making a few subs on this defensive unit.
Again, the young man that's been playing just the last few weeks. Handoff goes to the fullback. Ball is on the ground. They're going to get a face mask or something, and Doyle falls on that one. But, they're going to call a face mask, and it looks like it's going to be whistled on
Elijah Nelson, 95.
Was it Nelson or was it Jaden?
No, Jaden was low, and I think Elijah came over the top, and that was a nasty face mask for sure.
Indeed it was. Spun the young man around. Yeah. And that's going to be a 1st down. They're talking about it a little more than you would have figured that they would be at this particular point.
Gosh, we don't need him. We don't need it to be any more after this.
Talking to the other officials a good bit, and they still, personal foul, it's a face mask. In fact, it is. And that will result in the 1st down. Band getting into it along the far sideline.
It's hard to fault whenever you have your defensive lineman come back and make a play like that. He's working and working and working. So you like the effort, just unfortunately, on the penalty there.
Trojan support teams out showing their love to the Trojans. Clock runs with 1:51 to go, 3rd quarter of play. Handoff right up the middle, and the Trojans are steady to the task on that one. And look, watching Jay Frazier on the far side battle with one, and then once he sees it, he was on top of the pile.
Yeah, Aiden Walker the first one in, and then Mason and Nelson helping him there. But Aiden Walker has really figured out that inside, that fullback play. He has been all over it all night after that one touchdown drive.
2nd down and 8.
He really wanted that game last week, so he wasn't going to let it happen again this week.
Absolutely. A lot of folks logging in from all around the country tonight. A big hello to our fans up in New York that are watching this one that have hopped on. Offsides, Christian Ray is going to be whistled for that one, and they talked to him a little bit. And here comes switching sides. For the Trojans, trying to get a look at 18 off it. Yeah, he's back in there. Thought he had come off a little bit, but it was the young man 3 that was off and on. That's Devin Ellis, who has went the bulk of the way for West Ouachita tonight. 7-yard pickup, 2nd down and 3. Ball sits at the Trojan 48-yard line. Fullback.
Yeah, Nelson there on the underneath, caught him low, and then Xavier came in over the top for a short gain, and now it's 3rd and 1.
Clock runs under a minute, about 45 seconds remaining here in third quarter action. Great shout out to my man Brett McCormick, who is following along. 1T Photography and does all of our stats for us too. So check him out. It's ONET Photography.
Stopped him.
Oh, he just bangs around though. Had him stopped, banged around, had him stopped again, but his forward progress is going to give him the first down, and that may very well get us into the 4th quarter of play.
Yeah, Christian coming up a little gimpy on that play. I think he got hit in the back by one of our players, but the number 11. I mean, what a great job. He kept his feet moving. Marlon Owens and got the first down.
And that will do it for the 3rd quarter of play. 4th quarter coming up. Trojans lead this one big. It's 42-7. We'll be back for an exciting 4th quarter of Ash Trojan football right here on 446 Sports.
This month, as we gather with the ones we love, let's take a moment to give thanks for the blessings in our lives. When it comes to protecting what matters most, trust those who care about your family as much as you do.
I'm Jason Hawk, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm here to help you protect what you hold dear.
Whether auto, home, or life, have peace of mind knowing that your family is covered today, tomorrow, and for years to come. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect what matters most.
There you get a look at that Trojan sideline. Coach Bachman having a little bit of I don't think we were down there for the conversation that he had with the officials. I don't think it was that animated when we were down there a little bit earlier with him. Always working from start to finish. That's what he does. He's going to be pleased with the effort that his offense put out and his defense put out, trying to go down the seam. There's going to be a holding. Yeah, and that's the penalty flag is going to be there, and that was Jaden that was there. Had inside hand on I don't know if it was a shoulder pad or where it was, but you saw him tugging. And but in his defense, that saved a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, he was beaten. That's right. He grabbed him. Of course, they called pass interference on it, which thought he held him before, but I know that's just a 15-yarder on pass interference, correct?
Yeah, 6 of one, half dozen of another, if you will. 11:55 to go. Second best drive of the evening for West Ouachita. The only problem is the first one came when it was 7-0, and they topped it off and tied it 7-7. Now they find themselves down 42-7. Folks all around, don't forget to join us Sunday from 5 to 7. You can watch it on 446 Sports on YouTube. That's about the deepest drop that I've seen. Coming up, making a big-time play off to the far side.
Yeah, great coverage there. That was Jalen Kirk on that one, outside linebacker. I mean, that was and Jay Frazier had the wide out up top covered, and Domingo had him covered. So I mean, that was his only available receiver to throw to, and what a good play that Kirk made for a 2-yard gain there.
Indeed it was, and you saw that little dump pass, and he was coming up. They call that jumping the route, and came up and just got it. And if you don't make that play, it's a big play for the offense. But Jalen did a great job. Second down and a short 8. Toss comes back to the near side. Nothing doing there. Ball comes out towards the end. Xavier jumps on it, but the ball was down. Line of scrimmage will be the 25, so give him 2 yards on the play, maybe 3. It'll be 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, Jaden Lewis come up uncontained there, forced him to the inside, and Xavier White's there to make the tackle, just the way you're supposed to play it on defense.
A lot of folks shooting us texts that have watched this one tonight. A big shout out to you guys, and thank you for tuning in and watching Ash Trojan football. Toss to the near side. How about Aiden Walker firing through the gap and getting that stop in the backfield?
Man.
Right? Man.
3-yard loss there. Obviously, it was forward progress there, but Aiden, boy, he shot the gap, and that solo tackle there, and his tackles are starting to get up there in numbers as well tonight.
Trojan defense dancing around a little bit out there, having a pretty good time of it in this as they have, and they keeping it directed to themselves, and you don't mind that so much.
Yeah, Nelson's a dancer.
Indeed,
he is a dancer. One thing we've learned about him this season.
There's a rollout to the far side. Good block. Trying to step up. He's past the line of scrimmage. You best get outside. And that's Jalen coming up over there and just get credit for the sack, as there was a loss of about half a yard. But just good coverage, nowhere to go. And when you had Daniel sprinting out to that far side like that, there was no way he was going to square up and throw that ball at all.
Yeah, good coverage downfield. I will say this. I bet Coach Merce looks back and is going to see his defensive line was not set on that one, so he's probably not going to be happy about that. But didn't cost him on that play, and a good 4th down hold right there by the defense.
Gentlemen, I jinxed us. We're not going to make the south side of 9 o'clock, but thought we would be there. 9:38 to go. Trojans, we'll see who they come out with at quarterback, and it looks to be
Max Gassett.
Is that Max Gassett? Yeah. It is.
Whole new offensive line as well.
Yep, so the Trojans are getting younger on this drive. Handoff there goes back to Vaughn. He's a running back that was in there to last. That Vaughn's off to the races. 50, now 40 and 30. 20, goes Dubon to the inside the 10, and how about that big-time run? Let's take a look at that one more time. Don't know if we'll have a lot of opportunity to, but yeah, there you go. He's off and going inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. You got to pay it off and get him back in there.
Yeah, 68-yard gain there from the 30, and we talked about how he was wearing the defense out.
Snap is back, handoffs to Vaughn to the far side. Vaughn's going to pay off that long run with a touchdown. Vaughn Devon, touchdown, Trojans. How about that one? Well, what a big run down the seam it was. And they told you about the power of him. Saw a little bit of that on display.
Yeah, and we watched him in the JV film, and you know what? Maybe it was just him knowing this offensive line, being more familiar with this offensive line, because he has run the ball really well in the JV games, and boy, what an impressive run to get us up 42 points on this one.
Yeah, that pending this PAT, is that your boy Fung that's in there too?
That is.
We know that he's number 44.
Yep. Oh, and we got his replacement number 40, who's coming in late to be on the extra point.
You're getting a glimpse into the future. Alexandria Trojan fans. Snap is back, kick is up, and what a nice one it is. Trojans lead this one 49-7. Back after this, you're watching Ash Trojan football on 446 Sports.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
Back to Red Sims Stadium we go. And what was that? You spotted something there,
Yeah,
Nick.
Darvon, our running back Vaughn there, he sprinted down to get on the kickoff coverage team, and Coach said, no, you take this one out. You take a break on this one.
Well, that was certainly great to see. What a tremendous effort that was by the younger guys. And you saw 40 and 44 both on the field at the same time. That really had to have you confused. Again, Mesh puts a foot into this when it rolls around. Going to go out of bounds. Second one that we've seen go out of bounds tonight.
Yeah, he's not happy about that one. He knows he mishit that one. But I will say, I was talking to his dad, and this is the healthiest he's been up to this point. He was fighting a little knee injury, and he's really hit the ball well tonight.
Trying to get some other updated scores on here. Checking back in there. Again, Doug Gann, Nick Magnano, Brett Stallsby bringing you the action tonight from the campus of West Ouachita. Saw a lot of interesting towns hadn't seen in a while as we made our way through here. There you go. Can't tell the players without a program. First down and 10. 8 to go. Handoff right up the middle, and the clock will continue to run from here on out.
Yeah, Peyton Hobbs there on the tackle. That's one name we're familiar with, but they have pretty much brought the whole second team in on defense. So we're gonna get our rosters out and make sure we get their names correct.
I do see Tristan Layfield that's still out there. Christian Ray is there, so you've got a host of the others that surround them, keeping a few of the older players. Buckeye trails Gina at halftime. At halftime, and we're about done with this one. 38-32.
Yeah.
Over and under was 126 in that one, and they're approaching that one. Don't cash your ticket just yet. Second down and 9. Handoff goes up the middle, and that interior line of the Trojans is there. Good work by Layfield. Also in on it was number 51, Peyton Hobbs. Seems like he's just been doing his thing for the last few weeks that we've seen him in there.
Yeah, good to see Tristan on the field as well. Played a lot last week and just hadn't been on the field that much just until this week.
Here's a third quarter score from you from across the way. West Monroe 28, Ruston 21. Trojans had them both on the ropes, gentlemen. Both on the ropes. And you don't think this purple and gold team is going to make a deep run. If I had a hat, I'd probably eat it one of these days. I'm going to tell you that. Third down and 8. Trojans poised to make a big run. Took those two heavyweights to the wire. Toss comes back to the near side. Good work. Man, we've just seen that
Rylan Hall.
Rylan Hall. Rye has been so solid coming up. He's had some spot time with the varsity. Come out here and led the way for the JV.
Yeah, free safety now. And then the special teams that the way he's played on special teams has been really good as well.
Fourth down and 1. Watch for the fullback dive here. Seen a lot of that throughout. New fullback in there. Watch for, they look over to the sideline to fake the, and a timeout is taken here. A lot of back and forth going on in this one. Trojans all over it, 49-7. Clock will continue to run once the timeout is out. Nick, let's take a look ahead. Of course, Coach Speaks show is Sunday, and we'll dissect all of the playoffs. Trojans will be at home for their first-round playoff matchup next Friday night. We'll find out sometime tomorrow evening. The official announcement will be Sunday morning, but what a show it's going to be Thursday night as the 2023 playoff edition of the Thomas Bachman Show begins next Thursday night.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to the release of the playoff brackets. And like I said, you never know what's going to happen between now and Sunday.
Kyron Heath makes his way out onto the field. He's down there on the defensive line slot. Handoff goes to the fullback, and he's going to get it running over a couple of tacklers. And that was Doyle that will get credited for the tackle. Also in on it, looks like number 26 was there, and that is Kelton Ray.
Yeah, Kelton Ray's in at that outside backer position on this right side. And 31 is Caleb Stewart, senior DB on this outside right here, came in for Mingo.
49-7, so we know that Playoffs are here, second round of it. Trojans are going to settle in, if I had to guess, about a 13 seed. Boy, an interesting matchup in the works. If Tioga stays at number 9 and Pineville drops to 24, which Pineville going to make the playoffs. There's a big run up the middle. Pineville's going to make the playoffs. How interesting of a first-round matchup would that be?
I'd like to watch it.
With Tioga and Pineville doing battle to get to the second round of the playoffs.
Yeah, Caleb Stewart on there. When he was assisted on the tackle, he assisted by what looks to be 49, who was Joel Tate.
Speaking of the Indians of Tioga, certainly a heartfelt prayer and words of encouragement now to Jacorian Norris. Jacorian Norris was injured in the overtime touchdown of the Peabody game a week ago and is ruled out for the season. And so our prayers and thoughts go to Jacorian Norris, of course. Stop in the backfield.
Yeah, Christian Ray there with Clayton Dole on that one. And you were talking about Norris. You haven't. He was announced today, Doug, that he's going to be at the Gridiron.
He will. That's right. Got offered and will be at the Gridiron Bowl, and we'll be back in time for that. That game is December the 30th, and we'll cover that nationwide via 446 Sports. So check that out. Andy Bryson and that group have brought us on. You don't have to make it in, but you need to make it in from that. But anywhere across the country you are, that is a pay-per-view game, and you'll be able to pick that up. We'll have some discounts available here pretty soon. All the proceeds go to put on the Gridiron football game. Handoff goes to the near side. Big time stop, Hayden Hobbs.
Yeah. Not much you need to say about that one. He shot the gap and was there, and a great play.
A soft. How are you going to have Hobbs and Xavier and those guys that are out there again? Frazier. Oh my goodness! These young guys just continue to excel.
Speaking of young guys, Doug, let's go ahead and mention that number 69 is also in a defensive tackle. That's Kyron Heath, who's an 11th grader. Number 98, Ethan, either Richard or Richard.
Heath clogs the line. It is Richard. Heath clogs the line indeed. There's a little busted play. And
two seniors.
Yeah, good work there. Christian Ray and Tristan Layfield that were in on that stop, and it is another fourth down. 2:48 clock continues to run. And let's get a look at that young defensive line that's out there.
Yeah, so Christian Ray is the only senior on the defensive line. And then you have, two sophomores in linebacker position. Then
Take a good look around that defense just a bit and see those guys. There's Peyton, who's going to be a player for sure. Good pressure, but it's a play action looking back to pass. That one is dumped off and dropped. Boy, that has plagued West Ouachita tonight. We've seen 2 or 3 big drives stopped on dropped passes, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's first down. They complete that, and I don't know if Tristan was supposed to run with him or not, but he put enough pressure on the quarterback to make him at least get in between him and the receiver.
And quite frankly, may have had to just throw it a step earlier than he wanted to, because I don't know if the back out of the backfield was turned around ready for that just yet.
Yeah, that's a good point as well, Doug.
Montague in there at quarterback now. Montague, I say. 1:38 remaining in that. Saw Max Gassett put together a touchdown drive on the legs of Vaughn, and there goes another big talent just running through and continues to go. And that young man that ran into him, shaking up a little bit, looked like it was number 6. Yeah, and you saw that. Very good play, but got a stinger, got that shoulder knocked out of place, and they rush over there to get him, and my goodness, with just 2 players crashing into each other. Handoff once again.
Yeah, gain of 6 there, Doug, for Talon. He had 12 on the first one and 6 on that one.
Trojans' younger players continue to go with tempo, and this is not anything more than just executing the offense. Trojans will take some time, though, and run the clock down. It's 34 seconds on the play clock, 48 game, 14-second differential. Turning around, Montague taking a look at it. That clock that we just talked about, handoff there to the far side, trying to get there, but good play. 43 coming up and making that. We continue work. These receivers and DBs just block each other down the field continuously, playing until the whistle, and that should do it. The Trojans don't have to snap it again if they don't want to. looking back at the play clock and the game clock. Play clock is shut off, 15 seconds on the game clock.
Yeah, I think Coach is telling him.
Yeah, just to hang on to it. And they ought to walk them off 6-5, and that's going to do it for tonight's contest. Trojans victorious. Get the clock running in the fourth quarter. They win this one 49-7. Going to take our final break of the evening. When we come back, we'll give you our closing thoughts. After this, you're watching you watched Ash Trojan football on 446 Sports. We'll be right back.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
You're watching the players shake hands as they wrap this one up. And, it was a night that the Trojans needed here in this one. Came up here, and there were a lot of folks that said that Alexandria can't win out of Central Louisiana. And came up here in West Ouachita team that beat Pineville last week 26-7. But after that 7-7 score there, Trojans went on a magical little flurry there. Kind of one of those Mike Tyson type knockouts.
Yeah, and what was impressive about it was the running game. I mean, JT only played in the first half, had 21 carries in the first half, and we kept time of possession. Unlike what we usually do, we don't usually keep the time of possession like that, with the exception of West Ouachita's 10-minute drive in that first half.
Right, indeed, and they got it there with some Menard wins their game. So the self-appointed quote from Tom Boucher, the solo district champs, finished out with Glen Oaks, and they're going to have a good run at the playoffs. Pineville, we believe, even with the loss tonight to Ouachita, they were trailing that one 49-7. Expect them to come in at a 24 seed in the playoffs, and man, that's going to make things interesting if it is Pineville and Tioga. Buckeye in a battle. It was just at halftime, and we had the clock running here. But when you score 70 points in the first half, that's what happens. They're trailing this one 44-32 now. Of course, Tioga with a big win over Grant. They finished their season up, regular season, last night. And again, a big hats off to Jacorian Norris, who was injured on that final touchdown that won the game at Peabody. That game for the district title in 2-5A couldn't be tighter than it is now. It is 28-28, West Monroe and Ruston, and as Coach Ernie Lott would call it, that's a slobber knocker.
Yes, that is a slobber knocker.
Without a doubt. Takeaways from the season, as we look at it, the Trojans got better and got better and got better as it went along. Opening season losses to Karen Crow and St. Thomas More before losing to those two that are battling tonight, Ruston and West Monroe. Won't get a shot at them again next year, or in the playoffs, as they move off into Division I non-select, where the Trojans will be in there. And so that's all that really counts there. They'll tabulate all of this. They'll put it all together, and we'll know something late Saturday evening. Sunday morning they'll make the announcements for that. But got to be looking forward to a big playoff run for the Trojans.
Yeah, and you're talking about the season. I mean, 6-4 overall, 3-2 in district. I mean, no moral victories at all, but your four losses come to teams that are 34-2 going into tonight.
Say it again.
Your 4 losses are against teams that are 34-2.
34 wins and
2
losses to the 4 teams. That's right.
And one of them is going to be, it's going to be at least 35-3 because West Monroe and Ruston are playing each other. So
and oh, by the way, one of those losses was Karen Crow's loss last weekend to Acadiana.
Right, correct.
Okay, so it's one of those ball games. It's been a year for the Trojans. Second part of it is over with. Playoffs are started now. It's playoff week, and we'll get some folks rested up.
Yes.
You know, we do this tonight without Jeremiah Jeffers-Wright. You don't see Jalen Johnson that's in there. Darius Washington doesn't play in the ball game tonight, and so it was a patchwork crew for the Trojans. But next man up, they responded.
Yeah, we saw Kirtland Bates. He was dressed out, and he was in for a few plays. Didn't see him much after that. Were able to rest. But you're talking about the improvement over the season just between Ty Feaster from week 1 to tonight, and then also JT Lindsey, which, I mean, I know JT Lindsey's a great runner, and he had, but, you know, his best play in the Karen Crow game was the screen pass.
That's right.
Okay, and now, I mean, he's putting together multiple 100-yard games.
And nothing's set, but don't put it out of line that there could be a second-round matchup with the Golden Bears back down there in Karen Crow. Got a lot of business to take care of week 1, as you certainly do. Karen Crow will be one of those that have the bye week in the first week by way of the top 8 on there. But it has been a tremendous year. The Trojans finish at 6-4, finish at 3-2 in a tough district. And their 2 losses are against it's George Foreman. It's when you name the 2 heavyweights you want, those guys are just slugging away at each other.
Yeah, and 21 seniors. You know, this was their last regular season game.
Right.
Obviously, we'll play again next week. But I mean, what a group they have been. You saw last night on the show. You talked about how Pearl was kind of passing the baton down to Jacoby on that.
Hunter Rivette.
I'm sorry, Rivette, excuse me, was passing the baton down and just seeing, you know, what we were able to do tonight with some of the seniors out and how these younger players stepped up. So just a big shout out to the 21 seniors from the class of 2024.
Well, it is the end of the regular season. Playoffs are upon us. And my goodness, the weather changes. Playoffs are here. It's an exciting time for Ash Trojan football and high school football all around. Stick around this weekend. Join us from 5 to 7 on Sunday nights. You can view it online on youtube.com/446 Sports. You can check it out on our Facebook page. Just give it a like and a subscribe. Wherever you're at, hit the notification bell, and it'll pop up whenever we go live on a game. That's going to wrap it up here for us high atop Red Sim Stadium on the campus of West Ouachita. For my man Brett Stallsby that got all the production going for us here. Great job this season in his first year here, and glad to have it. It gets a little bit better every day, and couldn't imagine spending a year without your brother-in-law.
Yeah, excellent job.
Nick Magnano joins us here, and man, I'm the one that I've got to be careful of my job, because everybody says, boy, Nick does such a great job. Nick does such a great job. It's like, what am I? But glad to have you up here, partner.
Thank you.
Indeed, it's been a lot of fun, and of course, thank you to Miss Marlene that lets you come out all the time here. If she had known it, she'd have said, no, don't go in the outfield with him anymore. You can't go out and do that. That's going to wrap it up here. Guys, couldn't do it. Big shout out to Roger Walker. Roger will be back home next week, so make sure that you're ready to go in week 11 as it is. Guys, it's been my pleasure. We reached over 500,000 views on our YouTube channel tonight because of you. That'll do it. West Ouachita. I'm Doug Gann. God bless you all, and good night.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.